Modern AAA PC video game titles have big budgets and big prices. Keeping up with the latest releases isn't cheap these days, but luckily, being a PC gamer doesn't have to be an expensive hobby. In this video, let's run down the top 10 best free-to-play games from Steam. Number 10, Hawken. I love mech-based combat games, probably because they bring me back to my mech warrior days. There are 9 different types of mechs to choose from here, with their own unique abilities and a hefty array of exciting weapons. The post-apocalyptic world is gorgeous, graphics and artwork are top-notch for a free-to-play title, and you can't help but wonder what's the catch. For the amount of gameplay that's on offer, it's amazing that this game is free. Download this one as soon as you can. Number 9, Path of Exile. An action role-playing game filled with mystery and undead bad guys. What's not to love? An environment of dungeons, forests, temples, and city ruins populated with nefarious creatures help to build a well-textured and intricate world. There's lots of bartering, trading, and the use of power-ups, gems, and jewels are all staples of the role-playing genre, along with a very complex inventory system to master here. You'll find a huge amount of compelling quest-based gameplay, along with an enormous amount of replay value. Number 8, Warframe. A third-person co-op shooter. You control members of an ancient alien race known as the Tenno, who have awoken from several centuries of cryostasis slumber to find themselves in the middle of a war with the Grineer. The game requires 4 players to work together to complete missions, from standard shoot-'em-up to data retrieval, assassinations, artifact defense, and survival. Number 7, Heroes and Generals. It's a combined first-person shooter and strategy title set during World War II. You can play the game from hero on the battlefield, an officer making tactical decisions, or a general in command. The team-based gameplay is all part of a larger, persistent game world. The strategy element of the game allows players to move resources around on a world strategy map and then duke out the fighting against assault teams in FPS mode. Number 6, Robocraft. An unusual combat title to say the least. This is described as a creative building and vehicle shooter based on different planets where players build fighting machines for combat online. The graphics are heavily stylized and quite cartoonish, giving the game a unique feel, and the gameplay is very compelling too. Number 5, PlanetSide 2. This MMO FPS title is a remake of the 2003 original. It's a straightforward idea. You control tanks, ground vehicles, and aircraft while fighting on large maps with considerable numbers of players. Teamwork is essential. All guns blazing techniques rarely deliver results, so it's a tactical thinking shooter with strategy in mind. Classes are well defined with diverse roles: engineers, medics, light assault troopers, and infiltrators. Overall, it's a competitive and immersive combat game with tons of quality gameplay. Number 4, Unturned. You'd be forgiven for initially thinking that this was some sort of Minecraft mod. It sure looks like it. Unturned is actually a zombie survival game. The player begins on a map of their choice with nothing in their possession and must find supplies and weapons to battle zombies, all while trying to fend off starvation, thirst, and disease. Pixelated games like this aren't for everyone, but if you can accept the deliberately low-budget graphics, this is actually a very intense zombie survival simulator game. Number 3, H1Z1, another zombie survival game. This is an MMO sandbox title set in the rural US, in which players are challenged by natural elements, hordes of the undead, and other hostile survivors, all while scavenging, building, and creating shelters. Number 2, Dota 2. This massive multiplayer online arena game is played in discrete matches in 3D environments, and the player commands an arsenal of 109 heroes, each with their own set of powerful combat strengths. It ranks very highly on Steam, with over 800,000 concurrent players daily. There's a bit of a steep learning curve here with the interface, but once you get into it, it offers some great mechanics and superb fun. And finally, number 1, it's got to be Team Fortress 2 for me, probably one of the most popular free-to-play Steam games right now, filled with fun and entertaining characters, great graphics, and of course, Team Fortress 2 stays true to its roots and focuses on tactical, team-based FPS gameplay. There's tons of game modes, 70 maps, lots of unlockable items and content, and an enormity of replay value. It's a must-have for anyone with Steam installed on their computer. So guys, please feel free to comment below with your top 10 list of the best free-to-play games on Steam. Be sure to subscribe for more, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.